what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back in with another cryptocurrency video. Today I wanted to talk about XRP Ripple, and really here the fact of the matter is that Ripple has gone up tremendously. If we look at the past 1 month chart, it went from right around 25 cents all the way to a high of basically 73, 75 cents. So this is, a very big move. I'm not saying that it isn't warranted because I am in fact bullish on Ripple medium to long term, but right now in the shorter term, I did want to make this video and point out that a pretty sizable drop is likely here, and this is more of a pullback really, but it does have to be pointed out in my opinion because basically 2 weeks ago I made a bullish video on Ripple. I spoke about how it was likely to reach 30, 50 cents and even $1 in the future in around the next 1 to 3 years, and we went up all the way to 75 cents within a month, not even a month of me posting that video, right? So you kind of see why I am now showing you the chart and explaining how this move was maybe a little bit overdone, and I got some proof on the chart to show you that that's the case. And once again, we're talking about the short term here. I'm not saying that Ripple won't make new highs again, or that it's going to come crashing back down to 25 cents. That's not what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is that a pullback bigger than what we've seen here, right, more towards 41 cents or even 30, 35 cents is more likely, considering that we have not tested some of these levels since the breakout, and that, after a 200+% move in the past month, you have to expect some type of pretty sizable pullback, right? If we go up 200% in the span of a month, it's very likely that we see at least a 30% drop following that, right? So once again, you always have to keep these things in perspective. And now looking at the chart, I'm going to point out exactly the levels and what I'm seeing here. So first off, right now on the daily chart, we peaked out, like I said, actually the high here was 82 cents to be exact, the peak price that we reached during the run up here. Then we pulled back down a bit, and now we're hanging around the support level around 57 cents. This was also the previous resistance level, so we could definitely see some support here, but nonetheless, right, we're seeing some bearish indicators on the chart. We've got the histogram that downtrended and that is now in the red territory. We've got the MACD blue line that flipped below the orange line that's now downtrending. We've also got same downtrend here on the RSI, and actually this is also known as a bearish divergence because we're actually downtrending pretty significantly on the RSI. The price, right, we had a lot of stability. If we look at that 57 cent level, like I talked about, you're going to be able to see how we tested that twice and we bounced back. But if we look at the RSI, right, there wasn't any of that support. We've just been steady downtrending. So that is a bearish divergence right there, since we don't have that same support line that we had in the price. And that usually is an indicator that we are going to fall lower, right? This tends to predict what's going to happen next in that sense when there's a divergence, which we see. Now, looking at the drop, right, it's pretty clear. We've got our support levels mapped out. And like I said, I don't think we're going all the way back to 25 cents. 30 cents would be the absolute lowest level that I would see this pullback going towards. And really, we can get away probably with a pullback to 35 cents. If we're very lucky, only a pullback to 40 cents. Now, this is all not going to happen in one shot, right? We might first start to stabilize a little bit here, then fall back to 50 cents, pretty quickly fall to 40 cents. In between this 40 to 55 cent level, we may see a lot of consolidation, right? And I think, sometime thereafter, we're going to see that little dip that's going to be a little bit more strong down to 35 cents or so. And after that, I think we'll be ready to start moving back higher. And yes, that means back above 50 cents and onwards towards new all-time highs, which should really open up the path to $1 plus. So this isn't just a full bearish video like I talked about. Ripple has had some great news recently. However, I do also think that the airdrop that's coming up on December 12th will also lead to a bit of a sell-off, a bit of a sell the news event. So, got to keep knowledgeable on the short-term bearish signs, but long-term, this will open up the opportunity for a healthy pullback to then move higher, back above $1, and hopefully retest the highs for Ripple, right? So that is basically what we're seeing on the daily chart. If we go over to the weekly time frame, this gets even more interesting, right? What we see here is something that's, to be honest, very rare. It only happens in extreme bullish moves or extreme bearish moves, and this has to do with technical analysis. You may not be aware of this. If you want to learn technical analysis stock trading, make sure to check out my master course. It's the ultimate guide to technical analysis, and it teaches you everything you have to know about technical analysis, charting, and trading, right? How to read candlesticks, how to spot buying and selling opportunities, trends, trading indicators. You'll learn absolutely everything. It's less than $20 and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. We already have over 155 students and 4.8 out of 5-star reviews. So pretty much everybody is extremely happy with the course, and I encourage you to check it out. Link in the description if you want to learn technical analysis trading. But going back to the chart here, what we see is we had a candlestick that fully closed outside of the Bollinger Band lines. This is actually usually very rare, especially on the weekly time frame. In fact, the only other time this has happened in the past here, where we had a full candlestick close above the upper Bollinger Band line on the Ripple chart, was all the way back here during the 2018 bull move. And guess what happened right after? Massive drop, right? Like I said, first off, we have a little bit of a double top here, 80-cent high that we put in. That corresponds to this level right here, and that is why we started pulling back from there. Now, the other thing is, since we moved up so quickly, it didn't give the time for the Bollinger Band and the indicators to keep up with it, and we overextended the move, right? That's why we're seeing this candlestick pull back towards the Bollinger Band line. And like I said, we may see a little bit of stabilization here, but overall, what always ends up happening, you can look this on any chart, we always come back in the Bollinger Band range, right? In between the lower Bollinger Band and the upper Bollinger Band. And look at this in the past, right? We started peaking above the Bollinger Band, we fell back down. Same thing, this pattern repeats itself all the time, and especially when you see an extreme move like this where we get a full candlestick, right? This middle candlestick that closes above it, it's 99.9% of the time impossible that we aren't going to see some type of pretty sizable pullback. This is once again on the weekly time frame, even more indicative that we're going to see a pullback here. And like I said, it's not going to be the smallest pullback, right? We're looking at a pullback to 40 cents, even 35 cents, and at the most 30 cents. As far as the RSI, we're seeing this push back down here. This is probably going to fall below the 70 line, and this MACD is still very overextended, probably going to come back down as well as the price starts to fall lower. With that being said, this is this video giving you a bit of a short-term update on Ripple, as I made a bullish video 2 weeks ago. And like I said, still very bullish on Ripple, still think it can do very well long to medium term, but just short term here, wanted to give you all a heads up on a potential sizable pullback that I'm seeing. And if you like these type of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the channel and stay tuned for more. Check out the course and follow me on Twitter. Link to that in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.